Hi, welcome back to the Weekly. This is Josh, and this is Tutorial Tuesday. I want to start off by saying very quickly, do not follow these directions. I failed miserably at attempting to make a low-carb pancake. I did something to make it work at the end, but it won't be using the ingredients and the instructions that you see in this video. So see it for fun, don't try to copy it. To be fair, I did take a noodle, stick it up my nose, and pull it out of my mouth. So what do you do if you have a tutorial that's due on Tuesday and you haven't started filming it until Sunday? So, the only thing I saw of note in the comments of what tutorials you would like to see is how to stick a noodle up your nose and pull it out of your mouth. It's a little something like this. It's kind of gooey now. In case you're wondering, that is a little sleight of hand. It looks like this from the other side. So today for the rest of the tutorial I'm going to make my very first attempt at pancakes. This is an interesting thing for me because my wife and I are doing a low-carb diet, mostly because I'm overweight and she wants to be even more sexy. So in making these pancakes, I'm not going to be using milk or real sugar. Instead of using real flour, I'm going to be using coconut flour, which is fake flour. It's not real at all. Instead of using milk, we're going to be using about half and half hemp, vanilla, and coconut milk, mostly because they taste about the same, which is good. Both are good. These are good things. Good. And here's the sugar that isn't real sugar. I think it might just be like dried, crushed up white paint. Wow, I really don't have a measuring cup. That's gonna make things hard. Oh, hey, I found one. Measuring cup. So let's do some preparation. This mixing bowl. It may look like a casserole dish, but it's definitely a mixing bowl. We'll be using this griddle. Don't think for a moment that it's a skillet, because it's definitely a griddle. We're going to be using a little bit of canola oil, or any kind of oil, baking powder, fake flour, fake sugar, fake milk, and eggs. These are real eggs. They're real brown eggs, because eggs don't have carbs, and yet they're still good. Also, to prepare, make sure you take your very long hair and brush it back and put it up, because nobody wants to eat your hair. Make sure your hair is tangly so that when you put it up, you rip some out and it hurts. An advanced move, kind of a professional technique, is to further use a headband, but don't feel obligated. You know, I've been doing this. I am a professional. We're going to begin by mixing all of our dry ingredients first. The first thing we're going to be using is 1 cup of all-purpose flour. In this case, it's going to be coconut gluten-free flour. I hope it still works.
Did you look up how to specifically use these ingredients for pancakes?
Nope.
Just gonna wing it! Yeah.
1 cup of flour. Next ingredient is 2 tablespoons of white sugar. Next is 2 teaspoons of baking powder, which is real baking powder. It's not made out of coconuts or anything. Plop, plop. We also need a teaspoon of salt, which is about all I have left. We need to get salt. Next step is to mix all the dry ingredients. Next we're going to add our wet ingredients, and if I had my druthers, I would do all of this separately and then pour it together. But I don't have another mixing bowl, so we're going to do this all at once. 1 cup of milk. What I'm going to do, because these taste pretty much the same, and one's coconut and one's vanilla, I'm going to do half a cup of one, half a cup of the other. And if that makes a horrible thing happen, then you don't have to eat it. Coconut milk, hemp milk. Pouring the milk into the dry mix. Now it's no longer a dry mix. 1 mixed egg. Plop. Dear God, please don't quote me saying plop. Lastly, we're going to be using 2 tablespoons of oil, Voila. Ah, that's more than 2. And now we're going to mix all those ingredients until we have a dough. Or batter. Batter is better. Batter is better. Batter is better. Batter is better. Ah! I had a feeling that I was going to have to change this recipe just a little bit because the ingredients are different. This looks more like cauliflower than a batter, so I'm going to add just a little bit more milk to it. This isn't batter. Okay, I'm going to add a little more milk to it. I keep adding milk and it keeps getting clumpy. We might have a problem. Okay, so I've added an unknown quantity of fake milk. It's finally more battery, but still really chunky. This is going to be fun. We'll see. The next step is to heat up the griddle with a little bit of oil. I'm going to use the same oil that we used in the batter. Pay no attention to the smoke, I'm sure that's perfectly fine. There are things that look like pancakes, and then there's this. I'm attempting to make it at least look like a pancake. I'm going to wait until the edges are a little brown, and then attempt to flip it. I'm worried because I can already see this is coming apart. If this doesn't work, I have no idea what I'm going to turn it into. Yep, that's all coming apart. I think I accidentally made grits. And I'm not even totally sure what grits are. Interestingly enough, this smells like pancake. But it is in no way a pancake. Okay, I figured out a way to fix this issue. I think you're going to like what we've come up with here. First, we're going to lightly oil the pan. We are then going to take 2 eggs, put them right there in the middle, add just a smidge of milk, we want to keep these pancakes from burning on the bottom, so we're going to do a little bit of this motion. Add a bit of salt and pepper to taste. Go. That is definitely starting to pancake nicely. All we need is a little bit of pancake syrup to go on our fresh pancake. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a low-carb pancake.